But at the heart of what personal injury lawyers do, at least to me, it's really about understanding and working with people and everything that comes with it.
Hello and welcome to Canadian Lawyer TV. Today, we are proud to feature Oatly Vigman, recognized as one of Canadian Lawyer's top personal injury boutiques for 2026. Oatly Vigman is widely recognized as a leading personal injury law firm dedicated to helping individuals and families navigate the legal, medical, and insurance challenges that often follow serious injury. With a client-centered approach grounded in skill, compassion, and strategic advocacy, the firm has built a strong reputation for achieving meaningful outcomes in complex and high-stakes cases. Led by co-managing partners Adam Little and Troy Lehman, Oatly Vigman serves clients across Ontario through offices in Barrie, Toronto, Hamilton, Sudbury, and North Bay. And as one of Ontario's top personal injury law firms, the team continues to uphold the highest standards of excellence, professionalism, and client care. Joining us today is Charles Jung from Oatly Vigman to discuss the firm's journey, philosophy, and what this recognition means to the team. So first of all, Charles, congratulations on being named one of Canadian Lawyer's top personal injury boutiques for 2026. What does this recognition say about the firm's approach to representing seriously injured clients across Ontario?
Well, first of all, good morning, Brody. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me. It's a tremendous honor for Oatly Vigman to be recognized again as one of Canada's top personal injury firms in 2026. Especially given that there were over, I think, 50 nominees and 1,800 votes. And for us, it really does mean a lot when that recognition comes from our peers and colleagues in the legal community. It means something because while it's great when we can pat ourselves on the back, I think it's important that we're not operating in a vacuum. And it's recognitions like these that really lets us know that we're staying on the right path. And to me, the right path is one where Oatly Vigman has continued to uphold a reputation that the firm has worked hard to establish and maintain. Because it's one thing to achieve a reputation, but another to keep it. And that reputation really is about doing our very best for the seriously injured clients we represent. And the firm does that by taking the necessary time to understand each of our clients' needs, thinking strategically about each case, understanding and navigating the legal system as it exists, not how we wish it exists, and finally investing the necessary resources to each and every claim.
You've talked about a firm approach. I suspect there's some overlap, but can you share with us your own personal approach acting for clients who have been seriously injured?
Yeah, so just a little bit about me. I articled with the firm over 10 years ago now. So I've been at Oatly Vigman for over 10 years practicing as a lawyer and personal injury litigator. And so I've only ever acted for seriously injured clients. And I've had the privilege of acting for so many people of all sorts of different backgrounds over the years. And one thing I always try to remind myself of is to think about the person, the real human person that I represent. As lawyers, we're trained to think a certain way, and that's our craft, one we dedicate our professional lives to. And that's obviously important, but at the heart of what personal injury lawyers do, at least to me, it's really about understanding and working with people and everything that comes with it. So I see my job as understanding each person's unique life story, their emotions, their fears, goals, and how I can best align all of those things to a favorable outcome in their case. And it's a responsibility I don't take lightly because clients are coming to us at a very difficult time in their lives and really placing their trust in us.
Many people searching for a personal injury lawyer are dealing with overwhelming medical, insurance, financial challenges. How does Oatly Vigman help clients navigate complex, catastrophic injury with insurance claims with confidence?
Yeah, there's a saying that you don't know what you don't know. And for the vast majority of people who meet with us, it's their first time being involved in a serious accident. So again, they really don't know where to begin. So one of the first things we have to do is help inform and educate our clients in a simple and effective way. So that doesn't mean we're dumping information on them all at once. It really begins with listening carefully to their concerns. It might be immediate things like, how am I going to make my next mortgage payment? Or do I have to pay out of pocket for treatment? So we want to try our best to address those immediate concerns just to take the pressure off. And we also want to help put their minds at ease by letting them know that we'll take care of everything from a legal perspective, to ensure that nothing's missed and no stone is unturned. We'll handle the records requests, the collection of evidence, the communication with insurance companies, retaining the right experts so they can just focus on their health. So when we meet with clients for that first meeting, really, I want them to walk away feeling two things. One, I feel reassured. And two, I feel informed. And we don't stop there. We continue to build on that trust and that relationship as the litigation progresses. And we ensure that our clients remain informed about how we're advocating for them and looking out for their best interests throughout that process.
I suspect, again, there's a bit of overlap here, but for someone researching personal injury lawyers online, they're overwhelmed. What should they be looking for when choosing the right legal team?
Yeah, I think there are several key considerations for people trying to choose the right legal team. And if I were to boil it down to three things, it would be expertise, resources, and reputation within the insurance industry specifically. When it comes to expertise, I think clients should be asking the lawyer, the law firm, whether they have uh, the experience and expertise in the type of case that they have specifically, and also whether they truly understand the complexities of their injuries and how it may impact them into the future. While the vast majority of cases settle outside of court, clients will want to know whether that law firm or lawyer has successfully taken cases to trial and won, because that matters. And taking on significant and sometimes difficult cases not only requires expertise, but resources. So, does the firm have the ability to invest and carry significant expenses on behalf of the client, all the way through to a potential trial? We often refer to the story of David and Goliath in our world. And the plaintiff or client is the David in that example, going up against the insurance company. David wins, but remember, he still needed a sling and ammo to win that fight. So arming yourself with the right tools and resources matters in our world. And speaking about insurance companies, the reality is that when firms like Oatley Vigman have been practicing for several decades now, they develop reputations. And having a reputation for being respected, being fair, and strong advocates all help contribute towards a successful outcome for clients. I also want to take a moment to say that when it comes to researching and choosing the right legal team in the modern era, I think we need to acknowledge that there's just so much information out there, particularly on the internet. I think people's reliance on the internet and AI specifically will only continue to increase with time. But one question clients should really ask themselves is, how long has ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini or Grok practiced law for? The answer is zero. And I'm not saying that it can't be a useful tool, but just understand its limitations and know that it really can't replace having a real conversation with an experienced lawyer.
Your team handles complex injury cases throughout Ontario, including traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury, and wrongful death claims. How does the firm's experience and collaborative approach strengthen outcomes for clients?
Yeah, I think we've all likely heard the phrase, you are the company you keep. And when I think about what really drives successful outcomes here at Oatley Vigman, um, it comes down to the people that we surround ourselves with, that we've surrounded ourselves with. I'm really proud to say that we have surrounded ourselves with lawyers, accident benefit specialists, staff members, and professionals who are all devoted to doing their very best for our clients and who all share the same core values. And I think that becomes even more pronounced and important in complex brain injury, spinal cord injury, and wrongful death claims, because each of those claims brings with it its own complexities and unique challenges. And so having team members who really understand those nuances can really be the difference maker in achieving a successful outcome for our clients. So again, whenever we're meeting with clients, we always try to emphasize that there's going to be a whole team standing behind them and supporting them every step of the way. And at Ole Vigman, we've approached that, that having that team approach to every single claim and every single client that we represent. And it's a core tenet of who we are as a firm. And we'll continue to doing that, moving forward.
Well, congratulations once again on being recognized as one of Canadian Lawyer's top personal injury boutiques for 2026. With that reputation built on advocacy, professionalism, and compassionate client care, the firm continues to make a meaningful difference for individuals and families across Ontario. So thank you again for joining us today, Charles.
Thanks very much, Brody.
Again, this is Brody Lawson, and thank you for watching Canadian Lawyer TV.